Hey guys, what's up? We got the naturally aspirated MR2 right here. You probably remember it looking something like this. Well, I finished it, and man, do I got way more work into this thing than I ever planned on. Alright boys, I am finally done with this thing. Oh my god, so much work, way more work than I thought, like I said, but I'm gonna start out this video. I just kind of documented things because this car is for sale, so I documented some of the work that I'd done to the car. So here are some clips of some of the work that was done, and then we'll see the car after that. Alright guys, so just documenting. Got the ASIN clutch for the naturally aspirated. You can see I got it installed right there. Just documenting this for the future buyer. So that is the, if you're not familiar with ASIN, that is the OEM clutch. And there's a lot of upgrades to it actually from the stock. Here's the stock one. And if you're wondering why a low mileage car I'm replacing the clutch, because, funny story, my sister went to pick up the car with me, and when she was driving it and I was going to follow her, and I think she forgot how to drive a stick because she started off in third gear at every red light and stop sign and kind of fried the clutch. So anyways, I would have probably replaced it anyways. I just want whoever I sell this to have a decent car. So there you go guys, new clutch. Here is the new alternator, and of course, you know me, I had to clean up the alternator bracket along with the hardware, so that's looking nice and fresh. Alright guys, so here I got new brake cables. We all know these like to freeze up on the MR2, and I cleaned up all the parts, the brackets that they go through with truck bed liner, so that's going to be nice and fresh. Okay, so we got the axles out, all painted up and cleaned up for the NA, looking good. I can't believe these rubber boots, man, are 30 years old and they're not even wanting to tear yet. They're like in great shape. That's amazing. And inside the box, got all new ball joints all around. If I need them, I'll use them. If I'd rather keep the original Toyota ball joints if they're still good, but if I need them, I got them. So there we have the axles all nice and pretty. Alright boys, here on the other side of the garage, I got the suspension, got all chassis painted. There's the rear tie rods. Then we got the cross member. I even cleaned up the under panels. Man, they look brand new. It's awesome. And there's the new tires, original tire sizes. I had to get two different brands. Tire sizes for these smaller wheels are getting hard to get. They're not, you know, they're not in demand anymore like they were back in the 90s. But 195s for the front and 205s for the rear. Alright, so here I am refinishing the original 14-inch wheels. Still working on the other one over there, but man, they're looking good. I done it a little bit brighter than the original wheels, and there's a little more metallic metal flake in there. It's real subtle, but I think it looks really good. This is just the base coat. I'll be putting the clear coat on. Big difference, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but alright, so here we have the freshly mounted tires on the freshly refinished 14-inch stock wheels. Looking pretty cool. Like I said, 205s on the rear, 195s up front. They're all balanced, and as you can see, the balance dot on the tire, the red dot, lines up with the valve stem like it's supposed to. Sometimes you'll have a yellow dot which I believe is the lightest part of the tire, but the red dot always supersedes the yellow dot when mounting. And guys, if you go to Bell Tire or Discount Tire, you got to tell them this, because they don't have a clue what's going on. They don't care about the dots. They'll put them on any way they want, and then they'll just add extra weights. So when those weights fly off, then you're really screwed. And here is the new brakes, freshly rebuilt brakes, base coated and clear coated, bed liner on a lot of the suspension parts, and yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Okay boys, I'll show you the front here. As you can see, everything is looking really clean, man. Awesome. I got the cover sitting over there, but I just wanted to show you the front with the cover off. There's a new master cylinder, brakes are bled, brakes are working awesome. New battery, and I did put those quick release terminals on there. I love those things. I just got them off eBay, and I kind of expected them to be crap, but they actually work really well, and I love them. And I did put some bed liner where the tire sits. That's a rust area for these cars, but this one's in great shape. And if you're wondering about the sunroof, where does it go when you take it off? It clips in the front. I didn't know this myself. Crazy. I never had a sunroof car, so the sunroof clips in the front when you take it off. And there you go, guys. Alright guys, here it is all back together. I even refinished the spare, but yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Alright people, here we are at the back of the MR2. We're in the wheel well, and as you can see, I got a patch panel right there. That's because what's starting to happen on these MR2s, these 30-year-old cars, the crossmember bolts are starting to freeze, and you end up snapping them off or stripping them. So what I had to do, had to cut a hole about right that size, enough to get a wrench in there. And when you cut a hole, what you'll find in there is a square bolt encased in a square cap that stops that square bolt from spinning, and that cap is welded. So you have to remove that cap, get out the old bolt, and I replaced mine with a stainless steel bolt. And I'm going to leave the patch panel there so I can get access a wrench to get in there if I ever need to service it or take off the crossmember again. But I just cut out a piece of steel, covered it in bed liner, put some RTV all around it, and 6 stainless steel self-tapping screws. That was my fix, guys. Just thought I'd let you guys know. Oh, and for the guy that I talked to online that snapped all 4 of his crossmember bolts, oh man, I feel sorry for you, brother. Good luck. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you before I put the airbox on and all this cool detailed stuff gets covered up. Starter, base coated, clear coated, all this stuff, a lot of that black textured stuff, that's a bed liner. Yeah, it's detailing out really well. Just had to show you this before I put this airbox stuff on here, because then it's going to be all hidden. Okay boys, here's the engine all back together, looking nice and clean. It's looking pretty awesome right now. I haven't seen a naturally aspirated this clean in a long time. You see the details, a base coat, clear coat on that heat shield, something I do to all the MR2s I work on. And I detailed all the little parts. I don't know if you can see, but the attention to details, pretty cool. So yeah, stainless steel bolts, little touches like that, stainless steel on the heat shield. I put stainless steel where I could, but there you go guys, a very clean, low mileage 5S FE engine. So guys, I gotta tell you one thing about these engines that a lot of us know, but if you're new to MR2s, this is a great, reliable engine. This thing will run forever. They had these in the Camrys for years. Very good engine, but if you're looking for horsepower, I wouldn't even waste my time trying to put money into this. I would just do an engine swap. It's just more cost effective, but if you're just looking for a good reliable engine, you really can't beat the 5S FE. Alright guys, here is the naturally aspirated 91 MR2. Fresh clear coat and base coat on it. Oh, base coat, clear coat I meant. Yeah, it turned out pretty damn good. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. Go around to the back. Okay, so what I do to all the MR2s I work on, I black out these emblems. Stock, that would have been chrome and that would have been body color, but they look so much better black, especially on a red car. All the black is done in SEM trim paint. I clear coated the emblem too, because that likes to fade out. Redone all the trim, or should I say the bottom trim. That's all in SEM trim paint. And as you know, the wheels are redone, base coated, clear coated. Yeah, man, this looks nice. I did miss a few dings on the car, guys. I don't have paint booth lighting, and I really can't afford to guide coat the car more than just a couple times. But all the dings are minor, and it's nothing a paintless dent guy couldn't get out. So, and like I said, I filled these holes in where the license plate bracket would go. It looks so much better, and of course blacked out that emblem also. But as you can see, guys, all the body lines on this car, they all fit perfect. Around the headlights, it's exactly how it would have looked from the factory. You can see same on this side. The door gaps are looking good. This one over here too. Yeah, so it's looking pretty cool. I did paint the sunroof, guys. It had a crack in it, and the sunroof's like a windshield. It's a 3-ply. There's a glass, a piece of resin, and then another piece of glass. Well, the top piece was cracked, and you can kind of see the crack over the paint. But yeah, I painted that, and I just think it looks so much better painted. It reminds me of the early Mazda RX-7s. They always had their sunroofs painted. I always liked that look. But okay, guys, here is the interior. All right, guys, quick change of locations. Let's show you the interior. There's driver's side door panel. Little imperfection right there, not a big deal. I do have the MR2 floor mat in the trunk, so here is I had to put a seat cover over this seat. It's torn underneath, but I don't think it looks bad, even though they're different color. Got new gear shifter, new shifter boot, new Android head unit. You can watch movies on it. It's just like your phone. It's awesome. And guys, this stereo rocks, man. Serious, for having no amp, I'm a sound guy, and I got these Rockford Fosgates right there, and I'm using the stock speakers up front, and the stereo just jams, man. So yeah, I'll show you the other side. Door's a little sticky, hasn't been open in a while, but yeah, there's the door panel. As you can see, I got matching floor mats, like I said. Driver's side seat. And let's show you the trunk. I did put a new trunk release cable in, guys, so everything's working nice. Pretty clean. Installed an LED light. It's off to one side because I thought I had two of them. I was going to put one right there too. But that thing's so bright, that's all you need. But yeah, all the trim's intact for the trunk. Show you the front. Starting to sprinkle out here, guys. All right, let me get the prop rod on with one hand. All right, there we go. Everything is nice and clean. Original tool bag, refinish spare. Yeah, now let's show you the engine. All right, there it is, guys. Real clean. Like I said, base coated, clear coated, the heat shield. And if you're wondering why the naturally aspirated has an X brace, I had an extra one. Those usually only came on the turbo cars. So I put it on there, it looks better. Everything's refinished and detailed. You can't see down there, but it's all pretty clean, guys. New clutch, good to go.
Alright guys, sorry if some of that video was a little redundant, but here is a list of everything I've done to the car. I believe everything's on this list except for the master cylinder. I did replace that also, but you can pause the video if you want to take a better look at this. But here is some video of me doing a cold start on the car, and I'm going to do some tests for you, a vacuum test and a voltage test.
Alright boys, there you go. There's the 91 naturally aspirated MR2 for sale. Somebody make me an offer on this. And hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy, guys.